What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. Welcome. If you're new, I react to video game music as a musician myself from games I've never played or heard about. This is going to be a Patreon request for Rogue Monk. This is Blockade from Ace Combat Infinity, which I think might have been from Ace Combat 4 originally. Fun fact, I actually have heard of this game because I worked on it. This is the only experience with Ace Combat I've ever had in my life. I was a tester for this game. I'm in the credits of this game. I talked about this a long time ago in my first Ace Combat reaction. I definitely don't know what song this is because this was years ago and I don't play these games. But it's kind of nice seeing something that is somewhat meaningful to me. So, from what I know of this game, which is a significant amount, it was a free-to-play game back in either when did I work there? 2014 or something like that? Either way, it's been a while since I've done Ace Combat, so I'm excited. And I think that's a first for the channel for having Infinity on here, so that's exciting. Let's go. Blockade. Bells? Oh, never mind. Ooh. That is bouncy. Ooh. Ace Combat music is so hard to explain. Whoa, it's all over the place. Feels very tense. Is this a battle sequence? By the way, I only worked on this game for like a month, and it was like very early development. Oh. Aw. Oh, it's like teasing. Oh, come on, drop the groove already? Industrial drums. Come on, I want to move my head. Okay, but those keys are really cool. Dun, 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 dun. That is catchy. Those drums sound so bizarre. Is this the biggest buildup of all time? Okay. Building up to a different melody. I was expecting this to go at all. I thought I was gonna keep that keyboard part. I wish I could remember this from back in the day. Or it could have been added after I was on it. back down. Yep. So it ends the same way it begins. I love that. With the bells. The whole thing was just like a giant crescendo, right? A crescendo is something that just keeps raising in volume and layers to like kind of like a apex resolution point. This one, it took a long time to get there, maybe like 2 whole minutes. Not in a bad way, but I kind of wish it like continued off of the little dun 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 dun, dun and then just added like a beat to it. But then when it was time for the big resolve, it just turned into a different melody, which is really beautiful, by the way. I kind of wish they just brought back the keys or kept the keys in the background, but it was really cool. The drums stood out quite a bit. They sounded very industrial, kind of not real instrument and really like distorted, and I don't know what the point of that was. Obviously it's a creative decision, but stuff like that makes me think that it's like during battle, like this is like during a actual like fight sequence. So instead of talking about the song too much in this one, I'm gonna just talk about like my experience with this game, because I guess I can. The way I even got into this was I never heard of Ace Combat prior to this. I was working at a third-party company for Namco Bandai, or Bandai Namco, whatever, and I was just finished working on, oh god, what was it? It was Payday 2, and then we went to Skullgirls, and then I did this one. They said they needed some people for Ace Combat Infinity, and to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, I originally said no, because flight games, well, from what I saw, I didn't know it was a dogfighting game. I don't know there was actual, like, you know, I just thought it was like a simulator. It looked really boring, and it was really early development. I'm talking like, we had maybe like one of the first 2 or 3 builds, so a lot of the buildings weren't even finished. Everything was just like have you guys ever played Superman 64 or heard of it? You know how everything's just like a fog? That's what it looked like, and this was on the PS3, so I was just like, I don't want to be on this. And then eventually someone quit, and they're like, hey, we need you, so like just go on this. And you know, I just did QA stuff. I wasn't assigned to anything specifically. Sometimes in QA you'll be like, okay, well, you do this, you check this, you have like a checklist. For this one, honestly, it was just kind of the easiest gig I ever had for that month, because I think that they knew that I was going to be replaced. Not because I was a bad worker or anything, they just could tell I just didn't want to be on it. As I saw the game development, though, after I left the team, it looked really cool, it looked really fun. It was just before all that, so it just looked horrible, let me just say that. I definitely did have no music, because usually these are really quiet environments as well, so like, and then the way I worked anyways was always this out music, so I could hear for like glitches and bugs, and you know, I pay attention more when there's no music. So it's really funny to see that like this whole thing turned out to be like a really cool product. I'm not sure if it was well received or anything, I didn't follow it at all, but it's just cool that I was like on it, and yeah. But anyways, the song is really cool, and it just I would like to say it reminded me of that time, but it did, but not musically, because I don't think I heard a single song back. I don't even know if there was music back then. This was probably in, God, I'm really bad with dates, but I think this was like early 2013. So we're talking like this thing was just sent to us. They're like, here, there's bugs everywhere, you know. So my focus was there. Anyways, I just thought I would share that little experience. If you're getting into QA or want to get into QA, it's cool, it's fun, but it can kind of ruin video games for a bit, and it's also very monotonous. So if you don't mind doing the same thing over and over and over with a game you may or may not like, then sure. But you know, it's a way in the door, and hey, you might find some cool stuff every now and then. Really cool song, but I'm actually very curious as to what the community thinks of this game. Is it considered like I know it's free to play, so I'm not sure if it's considered like an actual like serious game or anything like that, but let me know what you thought of this, and yeah, just very cool. I need more Ace Combat. It's been a while since I've had Ace Combat. The music is so unique. It's kind of mixes like orchestral with kind of just like all these sounds and keyboards, and I don't know. It's a really unique sound, and I don't get it too often. I've even had some flamenco guitar sounding stuff on this, vocals. It's kind of all over the place. A big thank you to Roguemonk for requesting this. They did say that this was originally from Ace Combat 4, so I'm kind of curious about that too. But either way, if you want to request a song to me as well, you could do so on Patreon or PayPal. Either are okay, if you do not mind waiting. If you do not want to wait, there is the Platinum tier, which expedites your request to the very top of the list. A big shout out to Justin, Kevin, Thomas, Moon Knight, Jester, your average metalhead, for being a part of that. Thanks to everyone you see here. Thanks to the Ace Combat fans. And thanks to everyone who's watching these. My name is Jesse. Have a nice day.